a Bramble Jam podcast. Hi, I'm Brandon. I love Hallmark movies.
I'm Dan, and I despise Hallmark movies.
I'm Niall, and I make Hallmark movies.
And this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast.
Brandon and friends host this podcast.
We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Oh boy, what a day, Brand.
We finally got the money together
We
to
did.
be able to pay Niall for him to come back.
Yeah, his rider, Niall's rider is crazy.
It is
It's
a lot of
pages and
stuff.
pages.
Yeah.
He needed a
You
black
guys.
on black Dodgers hat,
Yep.
which is unbelievable. We sent him one. He's wearing it, as
Yeah.
you can
And he
see.
looks
Yeah.
great in it. He looks great in it.
Dude, how's it going?
Just arrived. Oh, dude, it's going good, man. How you guys doing? I think we all got the memo. We're all in black today.
I
That's
know,
right.
I
That's
know.
right. Yeah,
I mean, mine's
yeah.
a dark,
little
green,
dark green
because I'm
dark green.
I'm still
Oh,
festive.
that looks black to me. That's
Yeah,
dark green. Okay.
it's fair. It's fair.
I'm still festive though, and that's what you need to know. It's always, even if it's dark,
It's still festive.
still festive.
That's right.
Dark green with a dash of red there. I see that.
Yeah.
It's festive.
Now
That's
we
right.
were talking before we started that you came on the show last in 2020, which I could not
Insanity.
believe.
Because we've talked a bunch since then, but this is our first
That's-
interview with you since then.
That's crazy, guys. 6 years. That's insanity to
Does-
me. Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, it does kind of feel like we were responsible for the pandemic or something. Like we had the
I
conversation.
think we kicked it off.
We did. Canada and the
So
U.S.
kicked it
working together.
Sorry, everyone.
That interview.
Yeah,
That interview did
Kicked
it.
it off. boy.
Yeah.
But we got a lot to talk about. We got a
Yeah.
lot to catch up on since 2020. But first, tell everybody about what's going on with you personally. How's the last 6 years of your life been?
Oh, I've just been raising kids, man. It's been a whirlwind. Like I was just telling you guys before we began, I just got back from a hockey arena. I've been there for 2.5 hours this morning. You know, that's my life is like a life of service to my children now. And then I fit in filming movies every now and then, you know.
Isn't it the best? I heard
It is the best.
Bob Odenkirk on a podcast say the person I'm most jealous of is the person that has little kids at home because they know their purpose. Right? Like we know we're going to give them off and hand them off into the world at some point, but it's really cool to know your purpose, right? Like to know
100%. It's so cool. Finally, for the first time in my life, I know my purpose because I sat at home in my place in Los Angeles for years being like, man, there's not enough hours in the day. I don't have enough time. And I'm like, what? A single actor living in Los Angeles with not enough time?
Yeah.
That's all I had.
You have 35 hours a day, my friend.
Yeah, it's so great though to be a dad and like you said, man, have a purpose. You know, I know what I need to do every single day, and you know it's great, and I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss it when it's
Same.
you know when they're out of
Same,
the house.
dude.
You know,
Does school back yet, or does school just happen at the ice rink in Canada, which is also how I imagine it?
school. Yeah, it's all on the ice. That's how we were all raised. We as soon as we can put our skates on, we lace them up, and that's where class is. It starts at 8 a.m. and done at 3:30. Most of it's just like skating though, and stick handling. Yeah, to be honest.
I should say that's fair. That's how you learn life
That's
lessons.
right.
You know
Good.
what I
Like you
mean?
can learn about geometry.
Yeah.
You can learn all sorts of stuff on
Like
the rink.
if you're putting together a 6-a-side hockey match, what other Hall stars do you want on your team?
What other Hall stars am I rolling with?
Yeah.
James Trevina is definitely rolling with me because James Trevina, he's new. You boys might not know him yet. You might know who he is.
James Trevina. I'm Googling him.
James Trevina. He's going to be in a Graham Biltmore Christmas with me.
Oh, yeah. James Trevina. There he is.
He played professional hockey in Germany. So
Oh
he
my
is
God.
he's definitely rolling on our team. We need Ben Hollingsworth there for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
We need Colin Ferguson. Colin Ferguson's got to be there. I don't think we have a tender. I don't think we have a goalie.
Ooh,
within
that's
the
gonna be
Hallmark
tough.
ranks.
Do you know
It would be tough.
who was it that we talked to? Steve Lund, who
Lund.
was like on track to
It's-
play professional, and then he got like 9 concussions, and then just
That'll do it.
literally dropped the stuff and never played again because his brain
Okay,
was
you know
gonna,
what?
yeah.
Steve Lund is on the team. We're just gonna put him we'll put one of those concussion helmets on him, and I'll be his like enforcer. I'll be with him all the time. but we still need a goalie, guys.
Yeah,
I don't know who that's going to be.
Maybe Bran.
Maybe Bran. Oh, maybe. How about we throw Ashley Williams out there because she's just kind of like frantic. You know, you need someone
You know
like.
what? I believe that she could do it too.
Yeah.
I believe that she could cover that net.
We did see James
Actually, it is.
Trevina in Lost in Paradise, a Lacey Chabert movie. He plays he was probably 6 or 7 on the call sheet, but is in that movie. Yeah. So we did.
Yeah, but he's number one in our hearts, though.
The number one in our
right.
hearts. That's exactly. You get it. You understand.
I do get it, man. I love James Trevina.
Now, way back in 2020, we talked to you before one of many Aurora Teagarden movies. And also Country at Heart.
That's right.
Was about to
Shout
air, I
out.
believe. And then that that holiday season, speaking of Ashley Williams, was Never Kiss a Man in a Christmas Sweater.
That's right.
What a year for Niall
What a year
Matter on the
for
Hallmark
our boy
Channel.
Niall.
I feel like we only talk when I work with Ashley.
That's
Yeah.
what
Is
it
that a
is.
thing?
That's what it
This
is.
is
That's what it is. We don't actually
The
like
thing.
you.
It's
It's
you like Ashley.
Ashley
You
said.
only wanna
Ashley
talk
said
to me
no.
when I work with Ashley.
Yeah, Ashley
Oh,
said
I
no.
get it
So
now.
you were.
I have a real question. Now, I don't know how you're going to take
Yeah.
this, but I feel like I know you well enough to you're going to take it well. I feel like you've always been super charming and really like bankable for Hallmark. Bankable, charming Niall. But since Rip in Time, a movie where you made a choice, my friend, and you crushed this is a movie about a time traveling dude, and you go all in with the voice, how he walks. It was amazing, amazing, really above and beyond. Since then, you've been not just charming, bankable Niall. You've been like guy that's going to do characters, guy that's really expanding what he does.
Every
And the-
movie's a different Niall.
yeah. Yeah, and I know that I'm not saying you were bad before, but what I'm saying is since Rip in Time, I feel like the breadth of character work that you're doing is just, it's enviable. You're crushing it.
Thank you, dude.
Is that,
Thank you, man.
what is that? Like was there something that happened, or is this just you trying new things? Like, do you feel that at all, or am I just making that up?
I do, dude. I'm so glad that you noticed that, because I do feel that, and there has been a change. And honestly, when you first come into working for Hallmark, you want to you want to make sure that you fit the brand and you fit the mold. And there were a lot of producers early on that would say, "Hey guys, we got to stay in the box." And
The Bill
Rip in
Abbott
Time,
days.
Yeah.
exactly. And Rip in Time. Not only did I not stay in the box, I ripped that thing apart.
Yeah,
And
you
I
did.
was like, you know what? I'm just gonna. I want to do what I did before. Why I got into acting? Because I've never thought of myself as a leading man. I've always thought of myself as a character actor that has been thrust into leading man roles. So I wanted to really go back to what made me happy about this art form, and that's character work. I love doing character work, and Hallmark has given me the opportunity to do more character work on their network, and I'm very grateful for that. One of my most recent favorite characters was Bale.
Dude, I was going to ask you about that. I mean, you're just just blood dripping from your teeth. You're just snarling, and you're amazing. Like you're really, really good. Like I just.
Thank you.
So so this is a matter of you feeling comfortable with Hallmark then.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a matter of my relationship with Hallmark evolving to a level where they feel like they can trust me with these characters, and I'm not going to take them to a place that is not on brand. And that's the hard thing with playing these characters is you still need to keep them on brand, but still like Bale had so much. He was lascivious, but he was still likable, and it's hard to do that. It's hard to figure that out. And that's what I love. Like they're letting me, or they're actually calling me up and like asking if I'm interested in taking these roles for them because they want somebody within their stable of talent that can pull these off. And when they approach me, I'm like, yes, I want to do it. I would love to do that.
How did that one come to be? Because it's more than a cameo. Like Hallmark's kind of gotten into the game where they'll
You did
throw
DJ Ginger Jeff. That's
Right,
a cameo.
you've done
Fun.
that.
That's a cameo.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
but
yeah.
this is
Cameo,
a character. This is a character who has multiple episodes that he's in. it was surprising to me that Hallmark would be like, let's throw Niall. Like, you are a leading man for Hallmark. So how did that one come to be for you?
They know because they know me well enough to know that as long as the character is something that I'm interested in and would love to play, I'll do a supporting role if it's a character, if it's a true like character and I can really dive into it. Originally though, it was proposed to me as a cameo. And then when I read the description and then when I read the first script, I was like, you know what, like I'd love it if there was more here. I would love it if, I could do more for you guys. I feel like this character is someone that I would like to play, and should this continue, I'd like to continue with this guy, so I don't know whether they expanded it for the third movie or not, because I wanted to be there and I wanted to be a bigger part, but hopefully they did. And I was really happy to play that role. I just wish that Brendan and I had like a scene where we had a
dude. I just that was one of my like I really loved that series, that special event. I think they didn't know what to call it.
Special events. They weren't movies.
Yeah,
they were
but like they
events.
did set up the fact that you've got two Hallmark leads with gravitas coming in to play these smaller like character roles, and it would have been cool to have a face off. I would have taken the spotlight completely off of the story, but I think it would have been an awesome like to see you guys really get to go at it there. That would have been fun.
It would have been amazing, man. Yeah. Right. And there was a moment where it could have happened in the final moments of that third movie.
Do you are you utilizing this newfound, like you feel like you have capital and you feel like you can be yourself with Hallmark? Are you utilizing it to kind of vary the choices that you're making? Because once again,
yes.
I mean, like Rip in Time is considered one of the best non-Christmas Hallmark movies that have been made in the last half decade, at least, if not more, right? It is The Kiss in the Rain. Your performance is Rip Van Winkle. The whole thing, I think, really does work. You did a new mystery reel with Family History Mysteries, which actually was a great idea for a mystery series. Holiday Hotline, phenomenal. Just like and I would like to dig into all of these, but and then we, Nina Wyman, who loves you. I spoke with Nina Wyman a few months ago on a different podcast. Who's like, if every movie I had could have Niall Matter in it, that's what I would do. That's what she said. So high praise from.
She did? Get out of here.
She did, from the GOAT herself, Nina Wyman. So, I want to talk more about all these, but this capital is allowing you to go, all right, give me some mystery, give me some period piece, time travel, give me Christmas, and like, not just feel like you're showing up to do a Christmas movie every year. Is it? So that's accurate. You're really doing a lot more when you're like choosing what you're working on now.
That is bang on. You're 100% correct. And actually, you mentioned Holiday Hotline. Holiday Hotline came about because they sent me a different Christmas movie earlier, and I had passed on it. And
you passed.
I had passed because I had passed on it. Because it was a movie, it was a movie that I'd already made before. It was like I'd read it and I was like, I've done this. I've done it. I want to do something more interesting. And Samantha DePippo called me, one of the execs at Hallmark, and she asked me. She asked me. She said, Niall, I just want to wrap my head around about where you're at. Like, what are you thinking? Like what about the story you didn't like? And it's not that I didn't like it. It's just that I had done it before. And I said, like, if I'm putting out new product for you guys, I want it to be something that is interesting to me and interesting to the fans. Dude. And then she said, well, there's one movie that we've got. It's very different. We feel like it might be like stepping out a bit, taking a risk. And I was like, then that sounds like the movie that I want to make.
Dude, I just want to be friends with Niall Matter. Is all I want to do. This guy's in his own unit. I love this.
I think you might be the first Hallmark actor that's like a regular on the channel that's ever passed on it. Like, and I'm not like
possibly.
No, like I know that like some will get here are 3 movies.
Yeah, this is the one that I.
But whatever. Like just straight up, it's a no for me.
I had nothing else. There was nothing else on the slate. They were like, "Listen, you have no other movies with us."
Got a young kid at home. You're like, no, it's a pass. I love, dude. Just the integrity of that to me is like speaks volumes. You know, there's a thing that I still love in Holiday Hotline. First of all, Erica Tuvley he's so funny. You didn't get many scenes with him, but
So funny.
when you guys are on the phone, when you and Emily Tennant are on the phone and they put you in a room next to each other, sometimes like sitting on a desk, like staring at like, you know,
or in the kitchen or whatever.
do you remember? I've not seen that replicated since on Hallmark. Do you remember the first time reading or hearing that they were going to do that and thinking about that process as an actor? Because man, did it fly off the screen.
Yeah, I do remember that, and that's what excited me about shooting this movie. I was told ahead of time creatively that that's how they were going to shoot this, because I wanted to know. I'm like, is this just a split screen movie or what is this? And when they informed us that no, like it's going to be like a stop start. You're gonna freeze in place, and then Emily's gonna move in beside you, and you guys are gonna carry on the conversation as if you are in the same room, but you're not. And it was interesting. It's hard to play as an actor because the person's talking right beside you, and automatically, as a human being, you want to turn towards the sound, you want to turn towards the voice, but you can't. You're locked in this phone conversation, and it has to look authentic. It has to look like you're both in different rooms, different places, but you're in the same space. And I think it worked out really well, and it made the movie. It just took the movie to another level.
Absolutely. I do want to go back a little bit to the Aurora Teagarden days, because there were days, I mean, there were years like 2021, 22, where you were having multiple Aurora movies in a year, which I have to imagine.
3 in 2021. 3 Aurora Teagardens came out in 2021.
It's a lot of Aurora. I have to imagine pretty nice gig. Like, you know, not a lot of, you know, you are playing the same character, but nice to have. I know that I'm going to have these movies, and then little shakeup happens. No more Aurora.
That's
was that for you? Was that like uh-oh? Or were you like, did Hallmark giving you any sort of like, don't worry, we got you? Or was there a, uh-oh, what am I going to do? I had these 2 to 3 movies every year that I was kind of counting on.
No one's ever given me a, we got you. No one.
Hey,
Niall, we got you. We got you.
Yeah,
Man. Don't worry.
We got you. Until recently, and I'll circle back to the until recently thing, but no, when that happened, and there was a shakeup within the company, you know, because you'll see, there was also a drop off with my films.
Sure.
I think I did one a year for 3 years there. There's a gap there where there is a drop off there. And like I said, I just did one other than the cameos, because they were using me for the cameos, right? But I would only get one movie a year. So there was, and this is after I passed on that one movie too, right?
Yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, maybe passing wasn't the best move, you know? But they were trying new things, and they were trying to rebrand, and they were, you know, they maybe thought that going a new direction would work for them, and you know, it didn't. So luckily they circled back around, and you know, and Michelle Vickery is back now,
Right.
And Michelle Vickery has always been in my corner. She was there when I was cast in the Aurora movies, and now that she's back, you know, she pretty much said, don't worry, I got you.
Okay.
So with Michelle back, man, like I'm on cloud 9. I'm really happy she's back. We've had some really great conversations. I've been included again in a lot of the TCA events, which I wasn't. Like I felt like I was a little bit on the outside looking in a lot during those years, which is tough, especially when you got kids at home.
Sure.
You know, not the sole provider, but the majority of my income is to provide for my family. And there was just a lot of pressure during those years, but stuck with it. And recently I've been able to find work outside of the network as well, which has been great. I'm excited about that. I've got a new series called Crew Girl coming out, which is on Netflix. That's going to hit September 10th. And I'm playing again. I'm playing a character that's not so nice, and I like the not so nice.
I got the poster pulled up here for Crew Girl. Here you go. Look at you, Richard Regis. Is that it? Is that your
Richard Regis? Yeah,
It's a strong name.
That's a strong name. Yeah.
He's a strong man.
Is he? So like you said, he's not so nice. Do you get to really be like not like actual Netflix level villain?
Are you going to say a bad word?
No, I wish. I'm not that level villain. He's
Okay.
just yeah. He just puts his own I guess agenda before his son's well-being for the majority of the show. So it's it's a tough character to kind of to take on and play, but also a lot of fun.
So
as an actor
I just want to get this
that.
straight. In between, you got a movie with Ashley Williams that we're going to talk about at some point.
At some point.
Yeah.
You have a Netflix series where you at least look like a regular, 5 episodes, if not a recurring. And you were in our neck of the woods. It didn't work out for us to come up there. You did invite us. You were super kind to do so.
Yeah, we had a snowstorm.
We had
which
a giant
to you
snowstorm.
Was flurries.
That ice storm.
But yeah.
Dude, I was driving. I was the only one driving around.
I'm
in all
sure
of
you
North
were.
Carolina.
I had no.
We're in Greenville, but only like 40 miles from you across the border into South Carolina. But we shut it down. Like we had generators on standby. Like we were in full panic mode.
It was bad. It was really bad.
Yeah, it was for us. It was devastating. But you're also in Grand Biltmore Christmas, which is the first Biltmore Christmas, pretty legendary movie. Chris Blah, Beth and Joy Lynn's, Jonathan Frakes is coming back to be in this one as well. All of that's coming out in the next 3 months. That's a big 3 months, sir.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm very excited about it. It's like, last year, I filmed Crew Girl last year, like the tail end of last year. And a Grand Biltmore Christmas was January. But the start of 2026 has just been awesome. And honestly, it's been awesome ever since Michelle Vickery came back. We had a discussion when she came back. I chatted with her when we were in Kansas City, and really quickly after that discussion, a Grand Biltmore Christmas was on my plate, and there was no way I wasn't shooting that movie. That movie, I'm really excited for the fans to see that movie. Filming at Biltmore was incredible.
Pretty awesome, right?
Dude, that location. I saw the location in the first one, but being at the location physically, you're just like, you're in awe the entire time, every single day.
To show you like what that is for us, like we were required to go on Biltmore field trips when we were in school, and like we just are kind of like Biltmore because it's right next to us, And then like when people come and visit and they're like, "You guys live next to this," and we're like, "Yeah, absolutely." But it's a thing. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's
so beautiful.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and you also have South Carolinian Andie MacDowell in that movie, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, she's so good. Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, yeah, we have Andy.
Yeah. That's a pretty good get for your Hallmark movie is Andie MacDowell. She's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's how connected is, I don't know how much you can talk about it, but how connected is this one to the first one?
Not at all.
Okay.
It's not connected at all. That was tough, actually. When the initial announcement was made, there was, I would say, major fan backlash because fans thought that I was reprising Chris's role. It's not a sequel at all.
You're not a 1940s Hollywood movie star?
No, I'm not. I'm the last person I would hire for that. Chris he fits the bill for that.
He's the guy,
not me. And Holland is not playing Joy's character, right? So this is actually the Gilded Age. So this movie is more of a prequel to that movie than anything. It's a prequel for sure, because this takes place on the very first day that Biltmore House opened to guests, which was Christmas Eve.
Wow.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's the Gilded Age. It's
I got to be honest with you, Niall. I don't like the Gilded Age. Notoriously hate it.
There was a movie.
What?
There was a Gilded Age mystery movie, and Bran was dying to be anywhere else.
We don't live there the whole time.
Okay.
We don't live in the Gilded Age the whole time.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
1800s is tough for Bran.
I don't know what it is about it. I see it and I want to go to sleep.
No way. What about what about Western? What if we're talking like 1874?
if there's some gunslinging, I can get down with that. But
I don't think there's going to be a lot of guns. Oh, there is going to be gunslinging in the Grand
in
Biltmore?
1974. I have no idea. I don't know. Okay. No, not in this movie. Not in the Grand Biltmore Christmas.
I got you.
No.
Got you. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, I get that. No, I'm excited about that. I love that first one, and both of those two actors are so. They're about as good, like
they're
classic
unreal.
and good.
Yeah,
but you're like the perfect person to kind of follow in that footstep. Like if there was another male actor from Hallmark that I think is going to really do something, jazz up the screen a little bit.
That's right.
Niall Matter's that guy.
Well, that's kind of what I was. Yeah, I was trying to. Like,
Thank you.
Chris would always do these things where he does voices and like.
Yeah.
Most Hallmark actors we would watch they don't try those things, and all of a sudden, starting in 2022, add you to the list. Like you were there to be a character and immerse yourself in a role. And so when we heard it was going to be you, we were like, fantastic! This is great news.
Absolutely.
No, thanks, guys. Thank you. I hope that I don't let you down.
Yeah. Well, it's Gilded Age. She already let Brand down, but there's nothing you can do about that. You know what I mean?
I'm pretty let down.
Yeah.
You'll have to work extra hard to get me back.
Can we also talk another like movie that is not a traditional Hallmark movie? We Met in December, which got raves. I mean, people love this movie. Nina Wyman-Smith joined Autumn Reeser. A fun kind of Sleepless in Seattle-esque movie, but has the way that it's told kind of non-linearly, where it goes back and forth, and you have this elevator kiss. What? Can you walk me through what it's like? Because it would only make sense that you shot all of that stuff first. You shoot all the things where you're together in the hotel, right? Before you leave first. Am I wrong? And then you shoot all the stuff apart next, or vice versa, right?
We actually did it reverse.
Okay.
We kind of did it in reverse. And I couldn't walk very well because I had 2 broken toes for
my God.
Yeah, it was
Well,
wild.
what happened? What happened there, Niall?
Cramming 2 broken toes into my dress shoe. You know what? The story is not important. How we got there.
Well, now I feel like I need to hear this story, Niall.
Man, it's super embarrassing. I'll tell it. It's so embarrassing. We were on day 7, halfway through filming, and I get transport, so I don't have to drive in a new city and stuff. And I was running a little bit behind. I got out of the shower and I ran to get my iPad, because I do everything off my iPad. I don't do paper script. I ran to get my iPad off the desk, and I went ripping by this Live Edge coffee table. Well, the Live Edge got me, man. It was alive, and I swear it moved, and it broke 2 of my toes.
Oh, no.
I was down in my birthday suit. All I was trying to do was prevent my iPad from breaking, because it's in the air, and I'm trying to save this thing, and I can feel the pain in my toes. And I'm like, oh man, I grabbed the iPad. Naked on the floor. It's not my proudest moment, and I'm late, so I'm just like, oh man, I gotta get up. I get up and I fall right away, and I look at my toes, and they're way over here. 2 of them are just way out, and I'm like, oh boy. But I gingerly get a sock on. I put my Converse on. Don't lace up that shoe, and I hobble down to the van, and I'm in there, and I'm barely dried off, man. My clothing is drying me off. And the guy's like, dude, you okay? And I'm like, no, I think I broke some toes, man. They get me to work. I asked the medic to come check me out. And the medic's like, oh, yeah, you have some broken toes. Would you like to go to the hospital? I was like, no, I don't need to go to the hospital. I just need you to set them, or somebody needs to set them, and we'll tape them, and I'll start working. And they're doing makeup and hair on me. They call an ambulance. Ambulance comes. They come, and they're looking at my toes, and they're like, no, those are definitely broken, and we can't set them. We need an x-ray.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, well, I can't leave. I can't do an x-ray. And on these movies, you have such a short amount of time to make them. So
yeah.
I know I'm not leaving set.
Yeah.
I am not going anywhere. I'm not going to the hospital. I'm not.
You're like, do I want to go to the hospital? Do you know what that would do?
Yeah.
That's a whole.
You know what that would do? Exactly,
man.
man. So I'm like, nope, not doing it. So they leave. Meanwhile, I'm on YouTube trying to figure out how to set toes. And then I go to the on-set medic, who happens to be crafty as well. And I'm like, I'm really sorry, but I'm going to ask you to do something that you don't want to do. You have to set these 2 toes. And I'm like, look, I got a video right here. This guy explains how to do it. We're going to pull this off. So now all these actors around me, they're filming it. And she set my toes, popped them in place, taped them up, put my shoe on, and I went to work.
I'm just thrilled my bone setting YouTube is starting to take off.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
you
I've
saw
been
those
working
videos.
really hard.
That was a great video. very informative.
Wait, so is there a day? Are there scenes where your toes are not set yet in that movie?
Well, they're set by the onset medic.
Right.
Yeah,
okay,
they were
okay.
set.
But there's not
How
anything-
much was
okay.
Autumn privy to all this information?
Autumn, yeah, I tell Autumn, and Autumn goes, of course you are. You're the only person that would not go get an X. Of course you're standing here
right.
on broken toes. Yeah,
That's right.
Autumn is so awesome.
Yeah.
I loved working with her. Like working opposite her was amazing. And something that Autumn and I really tried to do with that script was elevate it and make it very adult. You know,
Yeah.
and we wanted it to feel very real and organic and authentic, and Autumn is just so authentic, just in everyday life, and she's such a powerhouse on screen, and working opposite her, it was lovely. It was great.
I think the thing for me when I watched it and reviewed it, and I think that this is the feature, not a bug, but you two were so good together.
Wanted more of it.
I wanted more. I was left being like, I wish that I had the same normal amount of time of those two together on screen than I get in a traditional Hallmark movie where you're on screen together for like 80% of the movie. It was like less, and I was like, oh, those scenes are so good. But that's the beauty of that movie at the same time, is the way that it's told.
Bran, the fact that you picked up on that, we had a creative discussion about that before we started shooting.
Sure.
You got to really
Jonathan
build
Wright,
chemistry really quickly.
Yes. Jonathan Wright, who directed that, he said, guys, we don't actually have that many scenes where you guys are on camera together. We need it. Every single moment needs to be crackling and bubbling, and it has to be there every single moment you guys are on screen together. So we knew how important all those scenes were when we were actually together, because we had to get the audience to want us to find each other.
I know that every actor is at the mercy of the edit at the end of the day.
Yes,
I understand that. And I understand, though, in Hallmark movies, there's only so much they can do. It's pretty linear. In this movie, though, I think the edit is incredibly important. Like, that elevator kiss scene is unbelievable, but the edit of jumping back and forth
Tension.
between what's going on in present day and that one night that they spent together, when you're filming this, were you a little bit more on the edge of your seat to see the final edit than you would have been during a typical Hallmark process?
Yes, I was, because that's the thing. The edit can either make the movie, or the edit could have completely destroyed the movie. And the edit of this movie in particular really built the tension nicely. And it was a whole other character in itself. The editing of this movie was pulled off masterfully. Mm-hmm. I thought it was perfect. And it made the movie what it was. It made the movie what it needed to be. Yeah. I was really excited when I saw the final edit.
The great part of that movie is that only on Hallmark can this happen. Like, those two people after that elevator scene, they're not going to separate.
They're not going
rooms.
to separate bedrooms.
Like, that's this. But then we don't have a movie.
We said that too, and you know what? Autumn, after that kiss, she literally goes, "I'm not going back to my room after that kiss."
100%.
It's funny, right?
Yeah. It's the nicest hotel in Chicago. Is that where it is? And they're like, all right, we'll see you tomorrow morning. I'll catch you then. Great.
Yeah.
This
see you in the morning.
Fun.
That was good.
And then, of course, he
it's a good start. Yeah.
Thumbs up for you. Kiss. Good.
It's
Yeah.
good. Everybody
right.
good. A+. Great.
Did you like that? Okay, cool. Night.
Yeah.
Good one. Good luck out there. I do want to talk about Nothing But Love, which is coming out this weekend. What is it?
What is it?
What is it?
Oh my gosh, man. It is essentially the story of Ashley Williams and her husband, Neil Dodson.
Okay.
I mean, there's so much of their personal love story interjected into this script, because Ashley and Neil wrote this script.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They wrote it together, and Neil Dodson was a big theater actor, man. He did a lot of Shakespeare. So I'm essentially playing Neil Dodson in this movie. For the most part, and Neil's there the whole time watching, quite closely.
He's giving you notes. He's like, I would.
Yeah, he was great, man. Neil's dope. He wasn't noting me to death, but no, this is a story about two characters that had a really close relationship when they were younger. They were theater actors together, went through it together, fell in love, fell apart, drifted apart. One character really shoved everything down, and the other one still kept the flame burning and followed the other person's career. quite closely. And then they find out that they're thrust into working together again. But my character steps back from it in a way. He doesn't want to be the lead in a play that she's directing. So my character right away steps back, takes a smaller role in the play. And what we see in this movie is not a bunch of like Shakespearean acting. We see what happens in the wings. We see what happens backstage, which is fun. I like, that's what interested me about this movie. For one, it was working with Ashley. Yeah. Again, her and I had an awesome time in Never Kiss a Man in a Christmas Sweater, like an unbelievably fun time. I did not stop laughing on the set of that movie with her. And I knew if she ever wanted to work together again, I would take the opportunity. So when her and Neil texted me about this, I was done. This is one of the few movies in recent years that I didn't read before I said yes.
Wow. You just said yes based upon the people.
Because of Ashley and Neil. Yeah, Ashley and Neil.
Do you wish you, in hindsight, you read it?
Oh, do I ever? Why did I?
One of the worst pieces of trash scripts I've ever seen.
They tried, bless their hearts. Yeah. After doing this movie and seeing them, how they wrote this, came up with it, do you have that desire in you to write or to come up with one of these movies on your own?
You know what? I've tried writing a lot. And I've realized I'm not a writer. I'm a great editor. Like I can take a script and I can add so much to someone else's idea and concept, but writing something myself from the ground up, it's never anything like when I'm done, I'm like, meh, it didn't really land the way I wanted it to land, but expounding upon somebody else's vision or idea, like that seems to be where I excel. So I would say I'm a very strong editor.
Okay.
In regards to script.
We'll send you our stuff. How about that? We're trying to write a little something.
We're trying to write a little bit.
Yeah. Send it my way. Send it my way. I love editing.
Yeah. Not for you for like obvious reasons, but like for somebody else.
Yeah. Probably for Tyler Hines. I get it.
Yeah. No, for sure. Can you read this for Tyler?
Yeah. Do you think he'll like it?
Can you read it for Tyler?
Go ahead.
No, you go
well,
ahead.
I know like Crew Girl is interesting. Like it's a show. It's for Netflix. It's got how much are you auditioning at this point in your career? Like you're a family guy. You know that you got your Hallmark stuff. Like what has to happen for you to be like that's something that I want to audition for?
That's a great question, Bran. Because I stepped back. When we had children, I made the decision to step away from series television because of how much time it took away from my personal life. Because any show I was on before, I was usually 12 to 14 hours a day. And I made the conscious decision to be like, you know what? I'm going to step away from that. I'm going to start taking some of these Hallmark movies, maybe a few Lifetime movies here and there, work for 3 weeks and then stay at home predominantly and then, do another 3-week movie. And it's been amazing. It's been great for a young family. But now my kids and my wife are at a stage where my wife's like, you need to get out of the house. So like, I'm good. Like I got like, you go back to work, like this happened about like a year and a half, 2 years ago. She's like, you can go after those shows, like go after those series, like start taking those auditions and reading for that stuff again, because like I got this. She's the kids are at an age where they help a lot too.
Sure.
So I think it's all a matter of like the situation I'm in with my family. It opened up that avenue for me. So I told my team, let's start reading for stuff. And right out of the gate, I started reading for series. And I've had really good, like, I can't even count the amount of times I've been so close or like testing and like down to like, oh, it's between you and him. And it's never me. There's been a lot of that in the last 2 years, but it's okay because I'm in that arena again and I'm battling for those roles, which is exciting. And it's actually kind of created more of a inspiration as an actor again, as an artist again, to know like I'm right on the precipice of like one of those shows again. But it's also helped me open up a lot with my work on Hallmark too, and take risks that I wasn't taking before and showing different facets of me. Cause every single actor and every single character actor they just find a part of them and they bring that to the surface and expose that part of them for a longer period of time. And that is what the character generally becomes. You find something true to you, so then you're always telling the truth. Because for me, with all my characters, I want them to feel honest, authentic, and truthful. Even Bale with what he was up to had to feel honest, truthful. You know what I mean? That's and working opposite friends like Keegan. When I blocked that one scene with her, because Bale very clearly wanted to, with the angel, and she's like, I blocked that scene, and she goes, what are you doing in this scene? And I said, what do you think he's trying to do? And she's like, I know what I think he's trying to do. I'm like, well, that's exactly what he's trying to do. And she's like, it's making me uncomfortable. I'm like, good. I want it to feel that way. You know what I mean? Because he wants to, like, you're the lightness, he's the darkness, and he wants to mess with you. Whether or not those are his intentions, truthfully, is yet to be told, but we'll see. And that I think is what excites me about auditioning again, is it's brought up all of these failings as an artist, and I want to show more of the different sides of who I am in the characters that I play. So this series, Crew Girl, I originally read for a much larger role in the show, who's actually the coach, and it was down to the wire, and I was in the mix, and Thomas Kudrow got it, and he's phenomenal. Thomas is phenomenal, and I think his work on the show is amazing. But because they liked me so much in that kind of character, that kind of role, when they were looking for the father for Sam Braun, they were like, we think that Niall would be perfect. So they actually offered that role to me.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
They contacted my team, and they said, look, like, we know it's not the role that Niall was vying for on the show, but we need an actor that can pull this type of character off. We know he's got it. Would he be interested? They just sent me the character description. I didn't even get a script. They just sent me the character description. I'd already read the pilot script from my first round of auditioning for the coach.
Right.
And I read the character description, and right away I was like, yeah, there's so much here that I can play. As long as it's a character that there's a lot that I can play, I was game to do it.
So we talked to Ashley, gosh, I remember having this conversation with her. It may have been at a Christmas con or something, where she said, Niall's just the funniest person I've ever worked opposite. This was years ago. Like, she had no reason to tell us this. This was not part of, like, a media event. We were just in person hanging out with her. I'm pretty sure it was a Christmas con. And she goes, we just laughed so much. I'll never, like you said, never kiss a man in a Christmas sweater. And my response was like, really? And not like Niall's not funny, but like in every movie up until that point, you were kind of the same dude, right? The same Hallmark leading lady. And it's so very
leading lady.
Leading lady. Nicely done.
Hey, man.
Your character ability is second to none.
Dude.
But knowing now, like knowing who you are and seeing what you're capable of and all these parts you played, like, and even you, like you as DJ Ginger Jeff, or I'm pretty sure in Christmas Under the Lights, you show up as one of the bros with K-On, and just like, you're funny in that too a little bit. Am I mistaken there? What are you in
Christmas Under the Lights?
That was with Heather Hemmons, and
it says you're in it.
It says you're in it as Jerry.
I'm like I'm the dad that loses his kid.
Oh God, no, that's really serious. Oh my goodness.
No, but I don't play it serious. Like, I'm like.
Oh, okay. So it is funny. Okay, it is funny.
It is
okay,
funny.
Great. Just making sure.
Yeah.
My whole question is like, why aren't you doing some sort of comedy? Like, are you looking to do comedy? It seems like you would be a natural.
Do you know what's interesting about that? I've been trying to break into comedy forever. Early on in my, well, actually not early on in my career, I would say just briefly before my Hallmark career started, I was always testing for comedies in Los Angeles. And I was the guy that would like walk in the room, a room full of actors, and I'd be in like pink underwear, like nothing else. I would walk in with pink underwear and sit down with my briefcase and like, and my sides, and like, and like people are looking at me like, this guy's insane. And I would walk into the casting office, and they would look at me like I was insane, but I would deliver it, because I mean, in that particular audition, the character escaped from his girlfriend's room, and the father finds him right outside his front door. He lands right in front of the dad.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm like, what better than landing right in front of the dad in some bright colored underwear, because it just alludes to what they were doing in the bedroom. Right. And that's comedy.
What show was this? Do you remember?
I can't remember the name of that show, but I know Men at Work was one of them that I tested for and made it very far down the way.
It sounds
I
like an
can't remember the
American
name of
Pie
that
movie,
one.
is what it sounds
It
like.
was very similar to American Pie.
Okay.
Yeah, but like that's,
Dude.
I love taking those big risks, and comedy is where I'd love to win.
Dude,
Like I would love to be on
Get
a
this
comedy.
guy a comedy. Let's go.
I mean,
Animal
what-
Control was another one. Have you
Oh,
know
with
Animal Control?
with Jeff.
Jerry
from-
T?
Yeah. What's his? Why can't I think of his name now? Jeff Winger from Community. Why can't I think of his name?
Yes.
Talk Soup. What's his name?
Joel McHale.
Joel McHale. That's it.
Joel
Yeah,
McHale.
Yeah.
There
Yep.
it was.
Yeah.
There it was.
That's another one that I was almost on.
Wow.
I going
Almost.
so for like auditioning now. Like, did you stop auditioning like before everything moved to tape?
I didn't stop auditioning. If there was something that like my team really pushed for me, I would read. But I was specifically not reading for series leads and like 3 or 4 year long commitments. I specifically put them on the back burner until my kids were older.
Do you feel like you had to, like, now that you're doing it more, like relearn how to do that? Like go out for
I was
one of
always
those roles?
I was always really good at the technical side. Are you talking about like what it's like to like now tape at home?
Yeah,
like,
well,
like
especially if
self-tape?
you like, you seem like some like showing up in pink underwear. Like that is a thing that
It's a move.
really
Yeah.
you can only do if you're like
can't do that on
auditioning
tape,
in
yeah.
person. Like how have you had to adapt, I guess, with your auditioning moving to tape?
Well, it's interesting because actually what you just talked about, that story I told, they flew me down. I was actually working on a different show in Vancouver, and I self-taped for that thing. And there happened to be a bar in the self-tape room, and I took my clothes off, and I when we started rolling, I lowered myself into frame. You just saw my feet drop into frame, and then you saw the pink underwear, and then I fell in. So I self-taped for that. So when I arrived in LA to meet casting and do all that, I decided to show up in my pink underwear because that's how I sent myself tape in. So that I've always liked doing the self-tape thing anyway, because you're able to actually make it feel more like the finished product, more like the actual show, more like the character that you want them to see. Do I love working a room and going in and talking to the producers and the director? And do I miss that aspect? Yeah. They're like, I know I've lost several jobs because I'm not able to go in and talk to people. You know, I think half of the equation, if not probably 65% of the equation, is how are these people going to get along on set? And you don't get to see that now on self-tapes. All you see is what the person delivers. You don't know how they are with people on set. You don't know if they're going to work well with you, other producers, other directors. And it's tough when we do these callbacks and these test sessions through Skype, because it's just I'm standing in my garage with a blue background. My wife is like off to the side. Like it's just like it's not the same. It's not the same as being in the room with the producers and the director and feeling the energy and feeling the energy opposite the female lead. It's hard to convey that through a screen, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Now, you told us, if I'm remembering correctly, 6 years ago that you worked on an oil rig at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that for almost a decade, 8 years of my life.
Yeah. So a long time. And it is one of the few things when we interview folks that I think of regularly, because I'm not doubting you were tough enough or capable enough to be on an oil rig. But the idea of someone who's as gifted as you are spending a decade in the, like, people on oil rigs are gifted, but spending a decade not getting to be an actor, it just seems like, and you're so far removed from that now. Like, what do you take from those years that you hold with you as you move forward and you continue to grow as an actor?
Those years, I think, were needed because I needed to be, for lack of a better term, like when I think of because my grandfather was a rancher and like total cowboy, man. And I remember some of the stallions he would have, and it took him forever to break them. I was wild, and it took a long time for me to be broken, for me to not like broken, but just like to break me, to get that, to get the wild, all of that out. I needed those years, and I needed to go through how hard that was and the perseverance it took daily to make it through your day. Like when that rig fires up, it doesn't shut off. Like it's 24/7. It's going. So you're on tower for 12 hours. You're there 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. You do that for 2 weeks, and then you switch to nights, and then you're 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. For a week, and then you go home. You have 1 week off, and then it all repeats, and it just keeps going. It's just a cycle.
Oh my God.
And it never, ever, ever ends. And it's dangerous. Every single minute out there is dangerous, and you're all counting on each other and relying on each other. So I think that experience for me really taught me true teamwork and what it means to be a part of a crew. And that's why on set you'll find me talking to crew members. I'm not hanging out with the cast. I'm hanging out with crew. I'm standing up, I'm getting to know them like that. The crew are my people, because that's like the crew on the rigs. That's who I am. I'm just a member of the crew, and I approach filmmaking the same way. Like we're all just as important as the next person. And that to me, I think is one of the biggest lessons that I took out of that experience, is that all of us are important, every single person, and get to know everybody that you're working with, because we all depend on each other. You know, like I truly care about all the crew members that I work with.
Yeah.
I want to end with an impossible question.
Yeah. Oh, I love impossible questions.
You are up for potentially a theatrical rom-com, and they love you, but they want to see one thing that you've done that really showcases who Niall Matter is as an actor. What movie are you sending them?
All right.
To really show them who the heck you are?
It's a really tough question.
I know. I did say it was impossible. I did say that, so I didn't want that.
I think I have to go. It's a blend. It has to be a blend. But you want it to be one movie?
That's what I said, Niall. You can't cop out here. I don't want your blend.
Yeah. No blend. No
He's
blend.
Show
Okay.
well, Beyond Loch Ness from 2008
Yes.
when he's Josh
It's
Riley.
going to be Josh Riley. No, I think We Met in December, man.
Yeah.
If it's a theatrical rom-com, because that would be, it would be that.
Niall, I know we have rapid fire, I would assume, and I know we said we were going to end, but talk about being on Beyond Loch Ness and Dr. Dolittle, Tail It to the Chief in the same year. In the same year.
I couldn't believe it happened. I couldn't believe it happened to me. Tail to the Chief and Beyond Loch Ness. That was like. That year was that was the pinnacle of my career, and I knew it would never go up from there.
There's no way you could replicate it.
Dude, it was so bizarre. It was such a bizarre experience because the CGI, like I had never done anything that involved CGI before, and they're like, now you gotta I had a line, and people say this all the time to me, let's dance, and I go into a fist fight dance with dinosaurs.
Heck yeah!
It's amazing,
dude. What
sounds phenomenal.
What charity and how much money do we need to raise to do a watch along with the two of us for Beyond Loch Ness? You and me and Bran.
Dude, that would be amazing.
This is what I'll say. How about this, Niall? Every July we throw an event. It's called Bramble Fest. It's in Greenville.
That's right.
And people come from across the country, have a lot of fun.
That's right.
Next year you come. And we will watch it.
We'll watch Beyond Loch Ness with a crowd,
and we'll do some commentary along with the movie.
Okay, you know what? We should do that. That would be amazing. That would be incredible.
One of the best ideas we've ever had.
Oh, dude, I'm in. I'm in.
B's in. You heard it. It's a verbal commitment. Beyond Loch Ness.
That was early in your career. Yeah. So you were like fresh off the rigs, working with your hands, doing a hard manual labor, and then you walk in and you're like,
let's dance, Dino. Let's go.
Fake dining, fighting a dino.
Oh yeah.
Man,
fantastic.
Man, what a time
I guess
to be alive.
this is what I do now.
So great.
I almost died making that movie too.
All right, what do you mean?
What?
I almost drowned, man. There's a scene where I have to swim like 140 yards fully closed.
It's a lot.
I had to just keep doing it, and I'm exhausted, man. And at one point I'm sucking in so much water, and then I got to pull myself up over the hull of a boat. as I'm exhausted.
How
man. It
many
was terrible.
takes did the crew at Beyond Loch Ness need for you to do of this scene?
Just, and that's what I thought, man. I'm like, I'm just swimming, and I'm dying here. I was dying, man.
All right,
Luckily,
David,
they had a scuba diver below me.
David Fincher directing Beyond Loch Ness. It's like 50 takes of Niall. Have him swim it again. What is he doing?
It was actually a director named Paul Ziller, and it was as they call it, a Ziller thriller.
It was a Ziller thriller.
Ziller thriller.
Oh my
Ziller
goodness.
thriller, man.
Beyond Loch
That's
Ness.
the market. Markets itself. That's the marketing right there.
Yeah, come on, man.
For Bramblefest.
For Bramble,
Come see the Ziller thriller.
that's all. Listen, he said
Don't
he
say-
gave,
hey,
he
don't
gave
say
us
it if
the
you don't mean
audio.
it.
Oh my goodness.
Don't say it if
Yeah,
you don't
man.
mean it, Mal. All right, we're going to do rapid fire. We're each going to ask you 3 random questions about anything, and we're going to do it as fast as possible unless you don't want to do it fast. So then you don't have to. There's
Great.
no pressure. Dan, you go first.
Your favorite comedian actor from Canada all time?
Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
That's a good answer.
Jim Carrey. Come on, great answer.
What's your favorite Canadian candy that we don't have here in the States?
Twizzlers.
Twizzlers. We got
We got
Twizzlers.
Twizzlers.
Well, you guys have Red Vines. It's more Red Vines. You guys have Twizzlers, but it's like Red Vines is more like at the theaters.
Yeah,
Sure.
Okay, Canadian candy. Do you guys have Milk Duds?
We have milk.
we got
Duds?
Milk Duds. He's hitting
Coffee
some-
Crisp. You don't have Coffee Crisp.
No, I don't know what. Coffee
I don't know what
Crisp
coffee
is.
crisp is. What is that?
Yes, Coffee Crisp. It's a candy bar, and it's got like delicious coffee wafers
Oh,
covered in chocolate.
that
It's
sounds
amazing.
Sign
great.
me up.
When you
Coffee
come,
crisp.
when you come for Bramblefest's Ziller Thriller, will you bring me a coffee crisp?
Dude, I'll bring like a whole bag of them.
There you go. Easy.
Done.
This
Yeah.
is good. The best.
When you were in your years working on the oil rig, what was the standard go-to meal after a 12-hour shift?
I don't think I can say this.
You can't say what the meal was?
It wasn't actually food half the time.
Oh, you did. Oh, your
right,
meal
fair
was.
I mean, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, no,
if
no,
I'm
you
being
sh-
honest.
so
you
after
shared with
12
us-
hours of working on an oil rig, you went and did drugs?
And drinking.
Yeah.
Dude, it was wild, man.
Yeah.
I barely
With
made
no
it through.
food
I
in your
barely made it
stomach.
through. I barely made it through. But other than that, it was like Salisbury steak, which is like just
Yeah.
a hamburger patty, dude. with
Yeah,
gravy.
my grandfather's from Salisbury, North Carolina, so we know all
Yeah.
about the
If I'm
Salisbury
fresh
steak.
out of the good stuff, I'll get a Salisbury steak.
That's right. That's right.
There you go.
How are
That's
we on the
right.
drugs? I'll take a
Well,
steak.
Give me the steak.
It's right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The most recent show that you watched that you were like, "Whew, I wish I was in that sucker.
Lioness.
Oh yeah, Jill Wagner, right?
She's in
Taylor
Yeah,
Sheridan.
man. Jill Wagner. So proud of her, man. Like,
Crushing
that's-
it.
I would love to be one of those guys on that show.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah, I could see you being in one of those shows. So
Taylor Sheridan?
shows.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Your favorite Jim Carrey movie of all time?
Oh yeah.
The Grinch.
The Grinch. Niall, are you serious? The
The
Grinch.
Grinch, man.
Better than
The
the
Grinch.
Truman Show or Ace Ventura?
I have to say the Grinch because of what he endured in
He
that
did.
costume. That
Yeah.
was breaking him, man.
Yeah.
Like when you hear Jim Carrey tell
Dude,
that story.
that story is
it has
wild.
to- well, and like as an actor, like looking at another actor, he was still able to deliver an unbelievable performance.
Yeah. No, it's. I mean, his
Unbelievable.
performance is unimpeachable.
And you know what? Dan would always give me a hard time for
And
how
then I
much I
went-
love that movie. And then you rewatched it
I
last
took
year.
it. Took my kids. They put it back in the theaters for 25th anniversary,
Yeah.
and it was a much better experience than I remembered when I was 18 or so
Yeah.
and saw it. He's unbelievable. Now, there's no doubt. Hearing the physicality that he had to endure, I get
Yeah.
it. I understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, you got to listen to one song for the rest of your life. No
Oof.
other music.
Oof.
What song is it?
Gosh.
I know.
Oh, man.
Hey, I'm not here for softballs. No, I only ask hard, impossible questions.
Oh, man, it'd have to be. I love Tool, so it'd have to be the song "Sober" by Tool.
Wow.
Okay.
Pulling out
yeah,
Tool. Love
That's
that.
right.
Yeah.
Fantastic, Niall. This
Dude,
was so much
you're the
fun.
best,
We'll do it
man.
again in 6 years.
6
but-
years. Put it on your calendar.
6 years. I'll see you guys in 6 years. You guys haven't aged at all.
Thank you.
Thank you
I
so
appreciate
much.
that. Nothing
Yeah.
But Love out this weekend. Crew Girl out September 10th.
September 10th.
A Grand Biltmore
And
Grand
then-
Biltmore Christmas. Thanksgiving
November.
weekend,
December
right?
5th.
Oh,
December 5th,
December 5th.
weekend after
All right.
Thanksgiving.
Very
December
good.
5th, and that will be the weekend I'm in Kansas City.
Wow. Very. You know, we've never come out to that event, but
We
one
haven't.
of these, one
We
of
gotta
these
do it
years
one
we
time.
should.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Consider
you.
that.
All right.
my invite.
There you
Wow.
go.
Come on, guys.
Niall invite. We'll just say it at the door. Niall invited us.
Yeah. So Niall said that we could come.
Exactly.
So,
We're with Niall.
That's right.
We're with Niall. Yeah.
Vickery said
Just
she's
wear all
got.
black.
Vickery said
Yes.
she's got us.
Vickery said
so,
she's got us.
I don't know.
So
There
there's
you
that.
go.
Absolutely. All right. We'll be back next time with another one. Until then, maybe the first to wish you
Merry Christmas. Deck the Hallmarks of Bramble Jam podcast produced by Brandon Gray.
Thank you.
And yeah, that Greenville, South Carolina. For more information on the show, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. Follow us on Insta at deckthehallmark. Leave us a 5-star rating and review to help others find the show. And help the show out financially, you can go to bramblejamplus.com. Become a double decker. Find the best corner of the internet, ad-free podcasting, live video watch-alongs, movie chats, so much more. That's bramblejamplus.com.